What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of More Seasoning. I am your host, Farnum, and I just want to wish you guys a happy new year. Seriously, 2020 was crazy. It was out of control, so I'm hoping you guys got to spend the holidays around loved ones and your family, and I'm wishing you guys a healthy, a better, and more prosperous 2021. If you guys are new to the channel or you haven't subscribed already, make sure you guys scroll down and hit that subscribe button. We got fire food here, amazing recipes, so make sure you join the seasoning squad. We're saucing up every week, Tuesdays at 12. That's right, it's a new year, time to get this thing on a schedule so you can look forward to a More Seasoning episode every Tuesday at 12 o'clock noon. Moving forward. On today's video, I am going to be taking a family favorite, something that we all wish that we could make at home, but let's be real, 99% of the time they don't turn out like you order them. We're doing pizza, ladies and gentlemen, and we're gonna do a fire-ass pizza full of sauce, cheese, flavor, and the perfect crust. I don't even wanna talk about it anymore. I'm telling you, just watch the video, it speaks for itself. Dude, run a video. The ingredients you're gonna need for this pizza are pre-made dough, because not everybody has 5 hours on their hands to make dough from scratch, fresh parsley, garlic, a shallot, balsamic glaze, heavy whipping cream, smoked paprika, red chili flake, sun-dried tomatoes and olive oil, cornmeal, shredded mozzarella cheese, a block of Gruyere, a block of Parmesan, olive oil, flour, grape tomatoes, pancetta, and fresh basil. All right, I forgot, you need dry vermouth for this too, so add dry vermouth to your ingredients. Okay, so we're gonna start with the prep work, and that's gonna begin with our pizza stone. If you wanna make a really good pizza, I highly recommend going out and grabbing one of these. They're fairly cheap. They get really hot. That way when you put the dough on there, it's cooking from the bottom as well as the top. So we're gonna get the pizza stone out of the way. We're just gonna take a little bit of cornmeal. We're gonna sprinkle it on and just spread it out. And these are basically gonna act as like ball bearings, and the pizza is not gonna stick to this once it's done cooking. And then we're just gonna put this in the oven and get it ready. That's right, baby, it's flour time. Flour power. Okay, our pizza stone is out of the way. Now we are gonna get to our dough. So on your countertop, throw some flour down. We're gonna spread it out. And then you're gonna take your room temperature dough, make sure it's room temperature but still in the bag or else it'll dry out. Right onto our flour. Take a little more flour, we're gonna cover that up, and then we're gonna push, and it's gonna release all the air inside that's trapped. We're gonna push in a way that it kind of turns into the shape of a pizza. Flip it around, make sure we get enough flour on there. Then we're gonna grab it just by the rim. We're just gonna kind of shake it around a little bit, go by the edges, let it stretch out. You can put it on the back of your hands, let the weight of the pizza itself just kind of stretch everything out. Right here, there's a little hole. All you're gonna do is just squeeze the dough around it together, and that should patch it up. The pizza's feeling pretty thin at this point. It's almost in a circle shape, or as close as it's probably gonna get. We're gonna take this kind of pizza pan or platter pan. I'm gonna put it on the back, and this is what we're gonna let our pizza rest on, because we have to let this sit for at least 30 minutes to let that dough rise up. We want this to kind of double in size. So I'm just gonna put a ton of flour on here just so we make sure our pizza doesn't stick later on. The reason I'm putting so much flour on this is because you're supposed to have this thing called a pizza peel. It's like that big spatula that they take and they scoop it up. I don't have one, and I'm not gonna buy one because I don't think most of you guys will have one. So I'm just taking this flat surface, maybe the back of a baking sheet, and just kind of cover it with flour as much as you can. We're gonna add some cornmeal, put a little flour back on here, and then we're just gonna slap our pizza on, get it into the shape that it needs to be. So then you're gonna take a fork and you're just going to do little holes all the way out. And this is just gonna make sure we don't get those big pizza bubbles. Okay, so once your pizza is completely poked, you don't wanna touch it anymore. We're gonna leave it out and we're gonna let it rise to at least double the size that it is. So take a little shot glass, cover it in some flour, make sure it doesn't stick, pop it right in the middle, and then we're just gonna take a cloth and cover it up and put it to the side. Okay, so for our sauce, we're gonna start with a shallot. So we're just gonna cut the shallot in half. We're just gonna put that into a bowl on the side. Once you stop crying from the onions, we're gonna move on to garlic. I've got about 5 pieces of garlic here. Just gonna flatten them all out. Once you got it all roughly chopped, we're just gonna go ahead and hit this with a fine chop and right into a bowl. Next, we're gonna take parsley and we're just gonna trim off a few of these longer pieces till we got about a handful. Run your knife through it just to knock it down a little bit. And right into a bowl. Okay, and next we're gonna take our sun-dried tomatoes and olive oil, and we're just gonna pull about 3 or 4 of these out. And we're just gonna get a fine chop on all of these as well. Because they will go in the sauce at the same time as the parsley, we're just gonna put that in there with our parsley. Next, we're just gonna cut all these tomatoes in half. All our fresh ingredients are done. Now we're gonna move on to our Gruyere. So we're gonna do about 1 cup of shredded Gruyere. And next we've got a block of Parmesan, and we are gonna do, again, roughly around a cup. This is actually probably a cup and a half of Parm, but a little more cheese won't hurt. This is a pizza after all. And I believe lastly, all we have left is our heavy whipping cream, and we're just gonna pour out 1 1/4 cup. Okay, so at this point, your prep work should be done. You should have Gruyere, Parmesan, shallots, half tomatoes, fresh garlic, parsley, sun-dried tomatoes and olive oil, and your heavy whipping cream. We've got our oven preheated to 500 degrees so that stone gets nice and hot so our pizza cooks evenly. We're gonna flip the cameras around, make the Alfredo sauce for this pizza, bring it back over here. We're gonna sauce it up, top it up. It's gonna be amazing. Let's get it, let's run it. All right, so we're gonna start with a large saute pan on medium-high heat, and we're gonna add in a package of pancetta. We're gonna make sure we spread it out evenly, and after about 2 to 3 minutes, we're gonna start to see grease pool on the bottom of the pan. This is a good thing. Continue to mix the pancetta around so it cooks evenly on all sides, and after about 5 to 6 minutes, it should be cooked completely through, and it should be nice and crispy. You're gonna grab a slotted spoon, and then you're going to transfer your pancetta to a plate with a paper towel in order to let it drain. Now you're gonna wanna turn the heat off and let this pan cool down a little bit. Once it's cool, we're gonna put our burner on the lowest heat, and then we're gonna add our shallots in. We don't want them to burn. We wanna sweat these shallots out, so we gotta cook it very, very low. Go ahead and spread your shallots out completely and let them cook on low for about 4 or 5 minutes. They'll start to sizzle in the bottom and become translucent and yellow. Once you feel like your shallots are in a good place, we're gonna add in all that fresh garlic. Make sure to mix it completely. That way we get all those oils infused. After about 3 or 4 minutes, the garlic will be soft and a deep yellow, and we can finally add in all of our heavy cream at once. When you have all of your heavy cream in your pan, you're gonna add a splash of dry vermouth, reconsider, and add a splash more because you're not afraid of flavor. Then you're gonna add a 1.5 teaspoons of smoked paprika, a generous amount of red chili flake. Then you're gonna add a hefty amount of cracked black pepper to your mixture and a nice pinch of salt and maybe a little bit more for flavor. Then you're gonna go ahead and mix everything before you realize that you forgot to add in your freshly chopped parsley and sun-dried tomatoes and olive oil. Once you add that in, add a splash of that oil in your sun-dried tomatoes, again for a little flavor, and mix vigorously. Keep mixing on a low-medium heat and reduce this until it starts to thicken up. Now you're gonna wanna continuously mix this because it can burn and overflow. Once it's reduced enough, you'll be able to do this little Red Sea part right here. Get your inner Moses on, right? And once you're able to do that and the sauce is thick enough, you're gonna add in all of your Parmesan at once. Go ahead and continuously for the next couple minutes, just keep mixing this cheese in until it melts nicely and is well incorporated into your sauce. This should take about 3 or 4 minutes with your heat on medium to make sure that cheese is completely melted and incorporated. Once it is, you can turn your heat off because you're done and head over to your oven to preheat to 500 because damn it, it's pizza time. Okay, so at this point, you have your doubled in size dough. You have your fresh pizza sauce, which smells amazing. You've got your fresh ingredients. So we're gonna start by taking just regular old olive oil and brushing the crust of the pizza and only the crust. Next, we're gonna take our Alfredo sauce and starting from the inside of the pizza, We're just gonna pile it on. I'll probably just spill some on there to make it easier. And then we're just gonna spread it out, get around, move it to where the olive oil meets the dry part of the dough. We got our crust done, we got our sauce on. Now we are going straight Gruyere. So we're just gonna kind of crumble this Gruyere all over the pizza. Now this is a soft, melty cheese, so this is just gonna add a nice texture. It'll be creamy and amazing. Next, we're going with our bagged mozzarella, shredded mozzarella, and we're just gonna go ahead and cover the entirety of the pizza. Don't be shy. The more mozzarella you do, the stringier the pizza is gonna be, the cheesier it'll be. So, all right, next, we're going basil right on top. Just go ahead and spread these out generously, spread these out evenly. Then we're gonna take our tomatoes. Again, spread them out, that way you get a tomato in each bite. And finally, we're gonna finish off with the pancetta. So we're just gonna crumble this on liberally, and these are gonna add like a nice salty bite to it. Okay, so your pizza's done. It is ready to go in the oven at 500. If you like your dough a little doughier, it's still cooked all the way through, but it's a little softer, 7 minutes. If you like it crispy, like a regular pizza, 8. If you like it super crispy, 8.5, 9. Just keep an eye on it because it does cook really quick with that pizza stone. I don't have a peel, which is like I said, that thing where you would like scoop this up and slide it in there now. So I'm just gonna be transparent with you guys and show you how I do it. I'm just gonna give it a little shake and see if, yep, see, that'll happen. Got a little grate or something, and I put that right there, get underneath, I flip it, and then I just add a little more flour to this. And then I will flip it right. Oh no, bro. Okay, so in retrospect, what I have been doing and I should have done is instead of putting the flour all over that pan, I should have just put it on the bottom of the pizza, put the pan on the pizza and flipped it over. So it is still safe to do that. I just wasn't thinking, I was on camera, did it the wrong way. So just make sure you do that. Man, you know what? Hey, this could happen at home. It sucks, but we can put it back together. The sauce is still on there, and everybody's looking so concerned in the background. They're sad. Hey, it's still gonna be a fire pizza. It's just a little bit of a mess. So now, we're gonna take our resurrected pizza, and we're gonna take this, follow me. We're gonna go over here to the oven. We're gonna open it up, pull that pizza stone out that's got the crumbs on it, and then we're just gonna kinda, boom, right on it. And it looks fine. Cool. So again, 7 minutes, 8 minutes at most in the oven if you like it real crispy. And then we're gonna get it out here, cut it up, hit it with some extra sauce on top. I'll show you what that is. And then we're gonna have our celebrity taste testers come in and try our resurrected pizza. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. Without further ado, we are going to introduce our celebrity taste testers. First, probably the most frequent guest we've got on the show, bringing back my boy T Green. What's good, baby?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Thank you, sir. And you've seen him here before. It's Mr. Muscles, my dog Cam International. What's good, bro?
The taste is dropped pizza. It's cool.
All right. You know what? That means that you get the first bite.
All right, get to taste a little bit of marble. Hold up now.
Damn, whoa, you gotta wait. Homemade Alfredo pizza in 3, 2, 1.
Wow. I can definitely taste countertop and
I'm not even saying it because I made it, but like I could eat this whole pizza. It tastes so good. It's so fresh.
Yeah, definitely fresh. Yeah. Definitely fresh.
Super fresh, right?
and the crust is really good. That stone really did it.
Definitely like restaurant style pizza, I would say. So like if you brought this to a restaurant, I wouldn't even, you know.
Yeah.
I would definitely make sure to get this and make sure they don't drop it on the counter. It's definitely good.
You're an fool.
Hey, he is what he eats.
Like you said, just change the toppings to your liking and you're good. Everything is good.
The sauce though.
Sauce is good. The little drizzle gives it a little more flavor.
You like that drizzle too? Yeah.
Let me just take the whole thing.
Whoa! Oh! Rob literally went.
Where's mine?
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. An incredible, super fresh, Super flavorful homemade pizza. It's cheesy, it's saucy, it's got all the right flavors on there. It's cooked perfectly. It did take a spill, but you know what? It came out great. I didn't forget about the $100 word giveaway. Basically, all you have to do in order to enter to win $100 cash is comment cheese down below in the comment section. So just comment cheese. Whoever has the funniest, coolest comment that stands out the most, I'm gonna pick you and I'm gonna send you $100 to start off the new year. If you guys made it this far in the video, obviously you've enjoyed, so make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you hit that like button. Like I said, drop cheese down in that comment section and let me know what else you wanna see. Let me know what other videos you wanna do. I'll see you here next Tuesday at 12. I appreciate you guys. My name is Farnum. This is More Seasoning. I love y'all. We out. What if I just did like prison pose, like? Shit go crazy.
We'll meet again.
We'll meet again.
Counter.
Without the counter. Olive oil. Tea, man.
T, you just ruined the whole shot, you ass. That little drizzle adds a little something to it, you know what I'm saying?
Whoa, that flavor,
It's
bro.
just the sauce. It's my top thing you made.
Yeah? That's your favorite?
That's my top thing you made.
Ooh. I just wanna
Oh, 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 boom, 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 boom.